We almost ended up in a situation with Idaho not existing at all, with all of us just being part of Washington or part of Nevada, and that didn't quite happen. Edward Stevenson in the 1880s was governor and was incredibly important in keeping the state of Idaho intact as the shape and as the state that we know it today. There were different interests in different parts of the state at the time. There was a huge movement in northern Idaho to separate and join Washington instead. And so Stevenson worked on a couple of different ways to keep them happy, including putting the University of Idaho up in Moscow. But then there was actually a bill that went through Congress and was signed to divide up Idaho. Edward Stevenson was also cousins of Adlai Stevenson, who was the Vice President of the United States under Grover Cleveland. And Edward Stevenson worked with his cousin, the Vice President, to convince President Cleveland to pocket veto that bill, basically. So to just plain not address it, essentially, to never sign the bill. There was yet another movement that was not quite as far along as the secession movement in northern Idaho, but it was another movement that was gathering steam in Congress to essentially add all of southern Idaho onto Nevada, which was starting to lose some of its early mining boom money that it had. And so we almost ended up in a situation with Idaho not existing at all, with all of us just being part of Washington or part of Nevada, and that didn't quite happen. And so Idaho remains.